Hi, welcome to the Pop Room. Today we're going to be talking about the similarities between my two favorite fandoms ever, Harry Potter and Stranger Things. So let's begin. Point one. Molly Weasley and Karen Wheeler. You remember the scene in Deathly Hallows Part 2 where Molly is fighting Bellatrix and she's protecting her from Ginny and she's like, not my daughter? That scene is exactly similar to where in Stranger Things Season 5, Karen Wheeler is fighting the Demogorgon and protecting her. She says something very similar, not my daughter. So those two give the same badass mother vibe type characters. Point two, Nancy Wheeler and Hermione Granger. Both of these characters are very studious, very smart, always the ones answering in class, but also very badass, very courageous, and very opinionated as well. And they also have a very, very cute love life. Point three, the happiness score. So in Harry Potter, when you want to cast a Patronus charm, you need to have a really, really happy memory in your mind, and you have to let that consume you to fight the Dark Dementor. So basically, it's your happiness fighting the darkness, and that's very similar to where when the Mind Flayer entraps Will in season two, and Mike. Jonathan and his mother remind him of all his happy memories and core memories with them. Even when Billy is entrapped with the Mind Flayer and Eleven is reminding him of his memories with his mother to remind them that in reality they're not the dark people, it's just a darkness that's entrapped them. Both very similar. Point number four, Tom Riddle and Henry Creel. Now, both these characters start as young, normal kids, normal humans, and they both have a very sinister type mindset very early on in their childhood. We see that when Henry kills his family and when Tom Riddle wants to make himself into Horcruxes very early on, and eventually they turn into these non-worldly creatures as Voldemort and Vecna, both very powerful and hell-bent on destroying the world. Point 5. Will Byers and Harry Potter. Now we see that both these characters have a connection to the Upside Down and in extension Vecna and also Voldemort respectively. We see that uh, the Mind Flayer entraps Will and he can sense when Vecna is near. Season 5, we realize in the end that Will has powers, which is like a big connection with the Upside Down because now he can control the Demogorgons. Similarly, in Harry Potter, he has a connection to Voldemort. And see that Voldemort can sense him, and Harry has to try to stop him from doing that. And eventually, in the Deathly Hallows, we see that he's trying to spy on Voldemort as much as he can. So both have this connection to the respective people in both these worlds. Point number six, transition to a darker theme. Now, both these movies and series they start with a very happy go vibe, a little happiness in their world, a little bit of hope, not a lot of sadness, even though there are dark things. But moving on, we see that both these series transition into very dark and traumatizing environments. When you see in season 4 after Billy's death, even though Max is already being carrying so much weight from all her childhood traumas, this has just added like a extra weight to everything that's been going on with her, and you can see that she's not the same happy Max anymore. And similarly for Dustin, after Eddie dies, he becomes really grumpy, not a very chirpy happy kid that he was. Similarly, in Harry Potter, after Sirius's death and Cedric's death, you can see how much that has affected Harry and how much that has traumatized him. And of course, we go on to see the death of Snape, the death of Dumbledore, and all these people. The death of all these people make it a really dark and traumatizing series. Point number seven, Voldemort and Vecna and their possessions. So you see, both these characters never really show up initially. For instance, we see in the Philosopher's Stone that Voldemort has taken over Quirrell and he's using him to get to Harry. In the Chamber of Secrets, he comes back as Tom Riddle, not himself. He only shows his true self in the Goblet of Fire. Similarly, in Stranger Things, we never see Vecna initially. We just see him in season 4. He starts with, of course, Will first when he takes over him and he uses him as a spy. And later on, he also uses Billy, and the other people he uses the Mind Flayer. He only comes in season 4. So they both don't really show up. They use other people to do their bidding and use them as a tool. So that's all from the pop room for today. You let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are, or if you have any other similarities, or if you want us to compare any other fandoms as well. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also follow us on Instagram. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye.